Oh boy. So, 2 rounds left. 2 championships could be decided tonight. And 1 race to settle the score. Welcome to RPL F1 Season 8. We're in the penultimate round of the season. And it's going to be interesting. World Drivers' Championship. It's TB versus Reese. Constructors. Red Bull versus Ferrari. And this is going to be a stormer. Oh, rain for quali. God dang it. Oh my lord. This is gonna be funny. So, anyways, while people are getting ready to go, Ironwolf on commentary for today. This is going to be interesting and fun. So, last week we were in Mexico, where the winner was TB, ending a 12-race drought with no wins. He managed to get his 3rd win of the season. Luke was 2nd, and Josh H, a Tier 2 guy, was in 3rd. Now, after the Drivers' Championship, as I said, it comes down to Reese and TB. The previous guys, we had Scyther, Luke, and Cryptic. They were... Oh wait, no, Scyther and Luke only. They were still in contention, but after last week, they were both eliminated from the Drivers' Championship contention. Now on to Constructors. Comes down to Red Bull versus Ferrari. 79 points separates those two, and with the maximum of 59 points on deck, Red Bull has to be sure that Ferrari does not score. Ferrari must not score more than 36 points in order to stay in it. Well, in order for them to claim the championship, Ferrari has to get 36 points or more in order to stay in it. Unfortunately, one driver, Cryptic, the 2nd Ferrari, he's not going to be available for this because he has a quali ban to serve. Back to what I mentioned about with TB and Reese. 46 points separate the 2 drivers. Max points for this race is 34. It's 34 points. That's the maximum amount. So if Reese managed to get it all and TB doesn't get squat, there'll be 12 points separate those two, and it will go to the finale. But for TB, all he has to do, if he can close the championship in the sprint, which, by the way, this is our final sprint race, as I said in last week's stream, TB has to outscore Reese by 7 in order to secure. Now, this is where things is going to get interesting. So, we have 18 drivers. We should have a 19th on the way. We should have an 18th on. We should have a 19th on the way. Let me just double check to be sure if he is going to be on the way. Just making sure I'll have to get him invited just in case so he can get in and good to go. So let's get this show on the road. So Globetrotter is going to be our first guy to set up for this event. So here he goes across the line to set the benchmark on the wets as a 20.6. So apparently it's going to be a wet qualifying and a dry sprint and main race. And Kieran, by the way, just responds with a 19.8, well, 8/10 clear. So let's take a look at our drivers that are being involved in this event. So we just got our, actually no, we're going to have full 20. Our 19th showed up, which is Owen. But yeah, so we have Kieran in the McLaren, Globetrotter, Casper, he is in the Haas, Bourbon is in the AlphaTauri, Wavy in McLaren, Stenner Williams, Gerard in the Aston Martin filling in, Reese Red Bull goes fastest with an 18.4, Zakaria Alfa Romeo filling in for Jacob, who has broke his wheel. Is waiting on a part that was supposed to come in today but has not, and Jacob said that he will appear for the finale next week. Luke in the Red Bull, Tadpole, Alpine, Beatnik, Mercedes. Owen, we already mentioned, AlphaTauri, Trat Racer in the Williams. Good to see Trat back in action. Darius in the Alfa Romeo, Cryptic TB in the Ferraris, Red Fire Alpine, Sam Steed in Haas, and Depth Knight is in the other Mercedes. Depth Knight was in the Aston Martin, now jumping into the Mercedes to fill in for Cookie, who demoted himself to reserve for the rest of the current season, and he'll be back at it in F1 Season 9. TB goes second fastest with an 18.5. Now, position is key here. Because wherever you start in this, wherever you are in qualifying, this is where you'll be for the sprint race. But in the sprint race, you can make up whatever ground. So even though Cryptic is starting going to be starting 19th or maybe 20 if the second loan, which is Blue Gagi, if he arrives, Luke goes third fastest. But yeah, if we have a full grid, now Cryptic could start P20 in the sprint, but he could wind up going up to, let's say, maybe he'll pull Lewis, start P20 in the sprint. By the time main race happens, he'll probably be starting P9 or something. Never know. But this is going to be interesting. So, like I said, we have one round left. Wow, TB goes fastest. 18.3. Let's see. Trap Racer just working on his lap. Ooh, going up into the grass. He's doing okay. There he comes across. 22.9. So I'm thinking he must have made a mistake. So I'm thinking maybe people are gambling with the Inter, saying maybe the Inters are fast enough, but anything is possible. Now, if Bourbon didn't invalidate, he would have had 9th place with that 20.6. But he's going to have to try again with that invalidation. So we're on board with Bourbon as he makes his way through turn number 4. Out of 5. Now we did also take a look. We also did a note on the thing here. Now last week in Mexico we had a crap ton of event notes here. Now in this one there is no event notes, where the only exception is that the Senna S, you are not allowed to cut it at any time unless you had a issue, like you got forced off or had a major snap oversteer in turn 1, which forced you to cut turn 2. Doing that, if you did it just intentionally on purpose, that can net you a penalty. Next week in Abu Dhabi, as Bourbon goes 8th fastest, but Red Fire responds with a 7th fastest. Anyway, so here we go. We have some more drivers, I think. We're planning to come out. Well, we have Owen out on track. Weevy's coming back out, retrying a new lap. Anyways, so this is where things are going to get really interesting. Now, these guys are setting wet laps. A lot of these guys have dry setups, so this is a bit of a wrench for some of these guys, but they're more than willing to keep things in control, keep things working hard, to just work their magic through. As now we go on with, we ride with Owen as he's making his way through. Now, Owen, last night, alright, sorry about that. Just want to get in a bit of a distraction. But anyways, looks like Blue Goggy is out. Crashed in the Senna S. Stenner currently working his magic through. Owen, by the way, 12th fastest with a 20.1. Well, actually just improved to 11th now. So, Stenner. Let's see what Stenner's capable of doing. Now, Stenner, this is going to be his last couple runs in the Mercedes Academy cars before moving to Ferrari, racing in Alfa Romeo next season. Now, speaking of Alfa Romeo, only one spot is left open. Now, there are currently two strong candidates that we know that are vying for a spot in that car. Currently sitting in the garage right now is Sam Steed. He is one of the drivers that would like to show his pride to try to keep that seat. I mean, he's Haas, but he'll be moving to Alfa Romeo if he is able to keep it, though. The other person is the man that's in 11th right now, Zakaria. Now, Zakaria was initially going to Williams, but the rumor mill is that Josh H., the driver that I mentioned that finished 3rd in Mexico last week, he could be banned from racing in Tier 2. And because he is deemed too fast for Tier 2. If that decision is made, supposedly Zakaria will be shown the door from Williams to make room for Josh H. Now, TB just won fastest again, 18.3. Let's see, what do these guys say? Whoa, Kieran, look at that, buddy. 18-8 on those inters. Luke also 18-9, also on inters. And Globetrotter 19-2, also on inters. Now with just under 4 minutes to, now just about 3.5 minutes to go, I'm thinking some of these guys are probably gonna gamble and maybe thinking the inters could be the tire to do it. Well, Luke is coming out now. Well, actually, Luke just set his fastest lap on wets, actually. But the current tire is actually what they got. Now, with just under 3 minutes to go, who's going to come out on top in short qualifying? Well, let's see. I'm thinking the top 3. I mean, to be honest, I'm not going to go in particular order, but in no particular order, I'm going to say the top 2, as they are, which is TB and Reese, they're going to be top 3 for the sprint, and Luke is going to be in there as well in that top 3. And Jesus, look at Depth Knight. 18-3 on the wets. And he did faster than Reese, who well, his lap was also on a wet lap too. So I'm thinking the inters are definitely the faster tire. Because some of these guys are going much faster than they should be. Well, let's see. Let's go on board with Reese now. As he's just rocketing his way down the front straight. Getting it close to 200 miles an hour before the braking zone for turn 1. Just snaking his way through. Be careful not to invalidate in turn 2. He's good. Now through the last corner of the Senna S in turn 3. Whoa, boy. Evil car out of 3. But keeps it together, and unfortunately, yeah, I think Reese may have backed out. Globetrotter's called it. He's P7. Bourbon has called it. He's P11 at the moment. 60 seconds to go. I think Reese may have abandoned the lap. I think that's what happened. Reese must have abandoned the lap. Owen's called it. He's P12. Luke's gone fastest, just a hair above 18 flat. TB is going faster, 0.06 of a second out of sector 1. Yeah, Reese is trying again, so he's gonna have one last lap to get it done. Who's that that just crossed it? It's Darius, 6th fastest. Zakaria, 8th fastest. Kieran off on a run. It looks like Trat is gonna miss. Looks like Trat just missed out, so he's gonna be P17. TB 17.9 goes faster. Here comes. Next up is Center. That puts him 15th. Here comes Beatnik now across the line. And is P5 on a wet lap. Next up, Depth Knight, P3, doesn't improve. Here comes Red Fire, 11th. Luke stays second. Now who's next? Well, Zakaria, it doesn't improve. Looks like Reese is the only one that can answer. He's half a second slow in Sector 2. So I think TB has the pole locked down. And he does. TB pole lockdown. Tadpole. What about Tadpole? Can Tadpole answer? He goes across. And he's only 9th fastest. Doesn't improve. So it is going to be... So it is going to be TB on pole. Luke is 2nd. And shockingly, Depth Knight is 3rd. And look at this group here. Luke and TB only separated by 0.05 of a second. And then Depth Knight was the fastest of the wet tire compounds. Only 0.06 of a second faster than Reese. And B-Dig, by the way, 100th behind Reese. So the Mercedes showing their stride in the wets. And now we'll be ready to move on into the sprint race next. I thought that was going to be a stride race. Well, looks like it's not. Well, I guess this is Inter's for the sprint now. Anyways, 5 lights come on to start the sprint race, the final sprint of RPL. And it's lights out, and away we go. Looks like a good reaction by Luke, who's strong into turn number 1. Host tax, that's for sure. But as they head into turn number 1, TB gets ahead out of 2. And Reese jumps up into 3rd place. Depth Knight falls a position. And it looks like we have Chaos behind. That is Trap, Blue Gagi, and Wavy involved. It looks like they must have collided in turn number 1. Cryptic, by the way, just rocketed up 5 spots after 5 corners. He's already up into 15th place. Moving forward, we just saw the Alpine switch. Red Fire. Whoa, that was pretty close. I think Red Fire thought he was gonna hit Zakaria and almost accidentally hit his teammate. But Tadpole will slip and slide. And just to get ahead there, here comes Owen battling his teammate. So we have Alpine's battling, we have AlphaTauri's battling. As you can see, Alpine battling there is Stenner working down the inside to get past Owen for the 13th position. Meanwhile, Zakaria, by the way, whoa, Casper getting loose. Oh boy, into the wall. A safety, that might be a safety car. Yes, it is. Safety car out of the gate. Globetrotter just loses the car. Car just went completely evil on him, and he went off into the wall. That is super unfortunate for Casper. He is out already. And at that point, Casper was in the. I believe he was in the 8th. Yeah, he was in the 8th position when this happened. And unfortunately, he's out. So, as drivers are filing into place here. So, well, he only managed to go just about a lap under green before the safety car came out. So it is TB that will lead the way. Luke second, Reese third, Depth Knight fourth, Kieran fifth, Beatnik sixth, DeChiller seven, and Zakaria holds the last point position in eighth. As for the rest of the field, after that, we have Tadpole 9, Bourbon 10, Owen 11, Cryptic 12, Sam Steed 13, Gerard in 14, Trap 15, Blue Gaggy 16, Wavy 17, Redfire 18, and Steiner 18th. So, looking at the points right now, TB at this moment is with the live. We're looking at the live standings result right now. TB is going to get a 2-point advantage over Reese as of right now, which would mean that Reese right now is currently 48 points behind. So basically, in order for Reese to basically stay in it, if the race ended right now, Reese unfortunately has to get. Basically, he's going to have to get the win in the Brazil main race and in the finale race. That's pretty much how it's going to look. That's pretty much how it looks at this moment. But we'll have to wait and see, because right now, it's too early to tell. Anything is possible. Anything can happen. Driver, let's take a look at some of the drivers involved here tonight. Now, let's take a look at the guy in fourth right now, Depth Knight. Depth Knight last week had some decent runs in the Aston Martin last week in Mexico. This is his first race in Mercedes, I think, but he's showing pretty decent in the wet conditions. He managed to qualify P3 for the sprint race. Currently only lost one position in fourth, but Depth Knight is really coming on his own. Ever since returning back to RPL a few weeks ago. Kieran in fifth place, by the way. Was usually in the Alpine, switched over to McLaren. He's playing it nice and comfortably in the fifth place spot, which in the sprint race is going to guarantee him 4 points in this race. As the safety car is in this lap, let's go on board with Luke. Let's see how he will respond to TB's launch. Now Luke unfortunately is out of the Drivers' Championship contention. However, he is compatible to battle for third, and in some cases he could be capable of going for second in the Drivers' Championship. But we're backing away, and look at Kieran! Kieran with a dive shot on Depth Knight again in the fourth, and look at him battling against Reese as they head out of 3, and Kieran, by the way, just putting on a storm. Wavy's off in turn 3, he's done. And oh, we got Mega Wreck! A Mega Wreck behind Tadpole with Cryptic involved. Oh my lord, what a Mega Wreck. No safety car because it was early there. But look at Depth Knight now, challenging Reese. This is for 4th place between them. didn't catch. We just saw Wavy. We just saw Wavy getting collected. We didn't see Wavy where he got collected in turn 3. But then we just saw. I didn't even catch the Mega Wreck because I was focused on Kieran and Reese fighting. And Kieran, by the way, is up in the 3rd down, trying to chase Luke down. TB sets the fastest lap right now. Beatnik. Actually, look at this. There's Bourbon, by the way. Bourbon, by the way, snuck past Zakaria, is now chasing the other alpha male of Darius. We're looking at it on board from Zakaria's camera. It looks like Brett Fire has gone to the back. Apparently, I guess Tadpole and Cryptic were involved in a 3-way fight, and it just went all to hell. That's what we have been told. Anyways, on board now with Bourbon. As you can see, there's the Chiller right ahead in 7th. He is harassing Beatnik, who's in the 6th place spot. Looks like the Chiller is looking for an opening down the inside. Just can't seem to get it on the exit as they head into the start of Sector 3. Looks like Beatnik's holding his own, trying to hold up against Darius. Now, Darius is Williams bound next season. Beatnik, Aston Mercedes bound. But yeah, apparently there was a 3-wide between Tadpole and Cryptic. It went to hell, and apparently the 3rd person that was involved in that 3-wide, I guess apparently could be the one at fault for that incident. Now, unfortunately, with Cryptic out, that pretty much severely jeopardizes Ferrari's chances for constructors. Because right now, at this moment, even though TB is looking at 8 points, Red Bull right now is looking at 12. So they will gain a 4-point advantage, which is going to put Ferrari 83 points behind. And unfortunately, for Cryptic, this is his 2nd DNF in a row. Last week got squashed into the wall, in his words, by Bourbon. Bourbon, unfortunately, was not deemed at fault. It was Cryptic that was deemed at fault, hence why he had a quali ban served. And now, he gets involved in a wreck with Tadpole and another driver. Meanwhile, back up front, looks like we're going to have a fight for the lead here between Luke and TB right now. TB looking at 8 points. Reese looking at 5. Currently in that live standings, that's going to put TB 49 points ahead of Reese before the main race. And this is going to be an interesting thing. So, if you're just joining us, we're in the middle of our sprint race here in RPL, round 21 of 22 in the F1 Season 8 Championship. TB was pole position, Luke was 2nd, and Death Knight was in 3rd. We've had one safety car for Globetrotter crashing on the main straight after the car went extremely evil on him. Then we had 2 more DNFs after on the restart. Wavy crashed in turn 3. Apparently, Blue Gagi was the culprit of that incident. And then Tadpole and Cryptic both involved in an incident on the DRS straight that resulted in their DNFs with a 3rd person. We don't know what that 3rd person is because we don't have that info right now. Right now, TV was a few tenths behind Luke now, but TB is starting to gain a lead on him. Now, this is a bit of a deja vu. Now, in F2, these two were battling for the lead in the main race. It resulted in Luke. Oh, we have trouble. And that is Trat around in turn number 5. Yes, he is. He's gone for a spin. Anyways, TB was the lead. Luke was second, and this was before their pit stops. There was contact between the two into turn number 4, resulting in TB getting sent wide and spinning out. That incident then, which unfortunately we did not stream for because I was actively racing in that event, but that is going to be turned over to the F2 RPL stewards for pending review. And Luke, oh boy, his car just washed out more. Luke getting a little bit evil out of there, and looks like Kieran, his car must have gone evil, as he just lost 3rd place to Reese. And Depp Knight now trying to throw himself into the mix to try to regain 4th. Something must have went wrong for Kieran in turns 2 and 3, as he's lost quite a bit of time to Luke and TB and lost his 3rd place position back to Reese. Depp Knight now hunting down Kieran. Where will he go? Where will he make the move? No idea. We'll have to wait and see on that one. The Chiller, by the way, in the penalty club. 3-second track limit penalty, which means it's going to put his teammate Zakaria into the 8th place position. Now Zakaria, if my memory's right, he is not. He scored points last week in Mexico while racing for Haas. Is that correct? Yes, he did. He did. He scored 4 points in that race. He got 8 points total in the Japan sprint event, and his first points was in Australia. With only 1. Zakaria is only 23rd in the Drivers' Championship. Now he will be looking at another point, and if he does get himself another point, he'll be close to Josh H, who has that point. Stenner into the penalty club now. Bourbon, in regards to him for the points, Bourbon is currently 19th in the Drivers' Championship. I mean, he would like to have some extra points on him to probably gain a few more positions. He's currently in, like I said, in 19th with only 20 points. Currently he's only looking at 2, so he'll gain a couple points on his next driver, which is Alex Fox. Beatnik. Beatnik, by the way, in the top 10. He is currently tied with Blonde with 56 points apiece. Now, with Blonde not here, this will put Beatnik clear and keep him in 10th. But I'm not sure if he'll be able to catch Tadpole, as he's 20 points behind unofficially. But right now, he is going to be about 17 points behind because of Tadpole's DNF. Meanwhile, further back, we have Red Fire trying to get himself onto a recovery run. He had to pit earlier because of Globetrotter's wreck. He was inadvertently involved in the altercation. Now, he's currently in 12th. Now, even though these guys are currently out of the points, because 8th is the bottom number, I mean, even though it's that, gaining some positions will be crucial in regards to the sprint, in regards to the main race. Now, unfortunately, in the main race, whoa! Red Fire, what a shot, but I don't think Sam is going to be happy about that. I think Sam may have been forced wide, because he did go onto that curbing and AstroTurf, but really strong there. Oh, I forgot that was the end of the sprint. Well, time went by quick, but TB gets that win. Luke 2nd, Reese 3rd, Kieran 4, Depp Knight 5, Beatnik 6, Bourbon 7, and Zakaria will claim 8th place. Wow. I was so focused on some of the other races, on some of the races and battles, that I completely forgot we were already at the final lap. The Chiller will be 9th, and Owen will be in 10th for the start of the main race. And apparently we have identified our third driver that was involved in that 3-wide incident that involved in the demises of Tadpole and Cryptic. The third person was Owen that was involved. So that's what we figured out there. But anyways, there is the rundown there. So TB winds up winning with 8. Luke 2nd, Reese 3rd, Kieran 4, Dep Knight 5, Beatnik 6, Bourbon 7, and Zakaria in 8th. Now, World Drivers' Championship, that means TB is going to be 48 points ahead of Reese. And in regards to... Actually, well, yeah, that means in the constructors, Ferrari is 84 points behind. So, they still have a chance, but it's going to be very, very minimal. It's going to be very minimal, to say the least. I mean, literally, I think in order for Ferrari to stay in it, I mean, I think by the looks of it, in order for them to stay in it, Ferrari has to get a 1-2 with fastest lap, and the Red Bulls, I think by the looks of it, one of the Red Bulls will have to be knocked out of the points. And the second Red Bull will probably have to finish 9th or worse. And that's only for them to stay in it. But I don't know. Anything's possible. Anyways. Well, let's get a quick look at the tires everyone's got. So Luke, Kieran, Bourbon, Darius, Gerard, Stenner, Tadpole, Cryptic, they're going to be on the hard compound. Stupid thing. I don't get... Oh my god. Stupid thing. No. Well, I'm stuck. Well, I'm stuck in this crap. Lovely. Alright, be right back. As apparently while I was trying to look at this stuff, it just decided to just go, screw you. I'm gonna show you a thing and get in the way of everybody. This is why I hate looking at the sprint ones, because it just shows going like, here's everyone where they are, and then here's the race director. You ain't gonna be showing anywhere else. Piece of junk. Alright. Let's try again. Looks like Globe's out. Oh, Globe crashed again. And this time it is a VSC. Oh no, it is a safety car. Well, it looks like Globe's out again. Oh, nope, not looking at that, because then everything's like that. Anyways. Man, Globe's just not really having a good day. Globe's just not having a good day at all. But anyways, let's move on. So, looks like Luke got ahead of TB. Reese is second. Kieran third. Dep Knight 4. Beatnik 5. Redfire in 7th. Owen 8. Gerard 9. Stanner in 10th. Zakaria's 11. Cryptic 12. Blue Gagi 13. Darius 14, Wavy 15, Samsteed 16. Trat spun out and has severe wing damage. Serious wing damage. Tadpole 17, Trat 18, Bourbon in 19. Tadpole and Bourbon had the pit prior. But anyways, 36 laps is the distance right now. So as we move forward, we have. So we're currently at the start of we're currently going through lap number 3. Safety car, I believe, will go in next time by. And, whoa, TB! TB is just spun out and is now in the... I think he wanted to get into places back, but lost second to Reese. So it looks like TB must have dumped it out of 5. And he's got severe damage to the wing. That is not good for the championship leader. Now Reese is probably thinking, ooh, this is going to work nicely. Safety car in this lap. Luke in control. Reese is second, so probably Luke will probably bolt. Reese will wait a while before bolting himself. Let's see what happens. Off he goes. Go into turn 1. Looks like TB warning a shot on the inside, but can't seem to get it done. Death Knight shimmies past Kieran up in the 4th. Death Knight's thinking, I'm taking a page out of your playbook. Whoa, someone's off! That's Stenner. Stenner goes off. Whoa, Beanie goes sent wide. Beanie gets sent way wide out of 4 and loses several spots, falls down to 8th place. My goodness. What in the world's going on here? But anyways, Death Knight, he was like, I'm taking a page out of Kieran's playbook. I'm gonna take that and whoa! And Stenner collides with Gerard, and that's the end of Stenner. Death Knight in pursuit of TB. Darius clearing Blue Goggy, get himself in the 11th, but Blue Goggy fighting back. Reese switches with Luke. Death Knight slingshots past in the 3rd. Now at the moment, 48 points separates TB and 48 points separates TB and Reese. So at the moment, right now, let's see, who has the fastest lap right now? As Darius goes for a spin. And Red Fire getting involved now against TB. Alright, fastest lap belongs to Reese. So Reese right now has to get, well, with his win, and when he gets the win, he has the fastest lap, which is 26 points. TB has to finish. Let's see. TB was gonna have to finish 8th or worse in order for Reese to stay in it. That's what it's looking like. It looks like Cryptic and Kieran going for a spin in turn 2. TB relentless against Redfire. TB's case, he would like for later on to have another safety car come into play. As looks like Blue Gagi has gone for a spin in turn 5. Meanwhile, a little further back, Owen chasing Zakaria down for the 6th place position. But also Beatnik hounding him for 7th. Looks like Owen out of DRS range against Zakaria by the looks of it. Yes, he is out of it. TB clearing Redfire to get it back, just catching on the timing screen. Beatnik clears Owen, gets himself up into the 7th place spot, and now is in DRS range against Zakaria. Just can't seem to warrant the attack as of yet, but Cryptic in the pits. Tadpole in the pits. Super unfortunate. Cryptic his day is going from bad to worse at this moment. Now, at this moment, as it's looking right now, Reese is currently looking at 26. TB is looking at 12. So Reese is only going to gain 14 on TB. At the moment, it's currently not enough. But we're only 7 laps in out of 36, so anything is possible. Meanwhile, we'll skip back to Redfire, who's hunting TB down. This is a fight for the 4th place position. Redfire known to being really crazy on his attacks. And he gets ahead into turn 1. TV better exiting in turns 2 and 3. Warrants, here he goes down the inside, has DRS into turn number 4, and Redfire had the 4th place briefly, but loses it back to TV. And Zakaria, by the way, just lost 6th place to Beatnik. Let's take a look at some of the guys that are in the other points positions. We have Sam Steed in 10th. Not a bad position for him right now. As Kieran, who's in 11th right behind him, just got himself into the penalty club in turn number 8. Well, looks like Red Bulls might change up. Nope, Luke staying behind. Redfire trying again. Now, can he make the move stick, though? There's TB going to fight back. Ooh, Redfire gets a little loose out of 3. TB takes advantage and gets the place back. Redfire, by the way, burning a lot of his ERS. He's only at 25% on that ERS, while TV is in the 60s. And Redfire firing a shot down on the inside into the switchbacks, but TB unfazed keeps him back. They head into turn 9 and 10. TB anticipated the inside and keeps Redfire behind. I'm wondering if the Red Bulls might consider switching up at this moment. That's the question. Could they potentially do that? Looks like Reese is staying his ground in the lead. Now, Reese started on the medium compound tires to Reese's hards. So Reese is going to be coming into the pits within the next few laps. into turn 4 again. And looks like this time Red Fire keeps his foot in and stays ahead. And TB decides to back off and wait. Sam Steed, by the way, just lost the 10th place spot to Kieran. Kieran's up in the 10th place, but bear in mind of that penalty he's got. Meanwhile, Beatnik has caught Red Fire and TB. I think in TB's case, he will probably, right around this time, would like to have another safety car happen. And that safety car will probably help him get into the pits, go onto the medium compound tire as Zakaria has gone in. The first medium runner has gone in. We're on board with Beatnik. Now, like I said, in TB's case, he has damage to that front wing. He would like to get that wing replaced, but while switching onto a new set of compound tires, which in this case will be the medium compound. But the question is, could those mediums last? Could those medium compound last over 20-ish laps? But right now, TB currently is still at the point to becoming the Season 8 champion. Because right now, even if Beatnik gets past TB is still in it because the next person behind, which is Owen, who's got Wavy for company, by the way. Owen is 7 seconds behind Beatnik as of right now, and it looks like Wavy has gone for a spin out of 12, and he's way deep into that grass. Super unfortunate for him. He was chasing Owen down for the 7th place spot, and now Owen can breathe a sigh of relief. He can breathe a sigh of relief knowing he is now safe and away from that threat that is Wavy. Wavy, unfortunately, plummets down to the 11th place spot. Meanwhile, Cryptic switches with his teammate Zakaria. Goes up into 14th. Let's see, what are the Red Bulls up to? Well, they're within half a second of each other. And Luke keeping his ERS very high up, way into the 80s. And so is Reese. Reese is keeping his ERS high up as well. Right now, Red Bull is looking at the constructors as of right now. But unfortunately, Reese is not close enough to warrant a shot for the drivers. It's, well, not close enough to warrant a chance to stay in it for drivers. So right now, TB currently is looking at it right now. Meanwhile, let's actually take a look at the worst position. Whoa, Kieran goes for a slide in 3, keeps it together, He does keep it together. Whoa, man, that was a scary moment for Kieran. I think got a little bit too comfortable with that curb in turn 3, and the curb decided to bite him, and that puts Sam Steed up into 8th place. Now, meanwhile, as we were mentioning, for Reese to stay in it, he has to get to stay within. Well, he's at 48. He has to get 20. He has to get 24 points in order to stay in it. So for TB, who's currently in 5th, 9th place, even with that 3-second penalty. 9th place is currently 17 seconds behind. It's currently 17 seconds behind TB. And Kieran actually clears and up into clears Sam Steed up into 9th. And it looks like it's that Yanis Darius has gone for a spin. And it looks like Wavy is as well. And Wavy is going to go a lap down. There he is. Passed by Reese and Luke. So Wavy has now been lapped. And that is unfortunate for him. So unfortunate for Wavy. Racing is not playing his way, and he looks like he is going to be going into the pits. And it looks like the Red Bulls have switched. Luke is going in now. Luke has gone ahead. And Wavy is out, so that is the end of him. And it looks like Beatnik is going in. So that is going to give TB and Red Fire some breathing room. Now, I think if those guys switched, Reese and Luke, I'm probably going to safely assume Reese will probably be coming in very shortly. I would not be surprised if Reese is going to be coming this time. As we're on board with him now. Now, Beatnik actually is going to come out right close to Trat in the 10th place position. And looks like Wavy, yep, that's Wavy's AI calling it quits. So that is our 4th retirement of this Grand Prix. Now Bourbon has gone in. Now that means Reese right now. Yeah, so Reese right now is currently in 2nd, which means even if TB is knocked out of the points at this moment, Reese is not going to get the Drivers' Championship at the moment. But I think, like I said, I think Reese is going to be coming in very shortly. I say within the next lap or so. And yeah, I think he's going to come in within the next lap or so. Get off those mediums, go onto the hard compound tire, and just play it cool for the rest of the race. And probably Luke and Reese will swap again towards the end of the race. That's probably my best presumption there. But anyways, as we move on, Cryptic, by the way, is coming close to getting himself back into the points. He's currently in 11th, almost 4.5 seconds behind Trat. Now let's see. Here goes the Red Bulls on the map. See who's gonna make that move. Is Reese going in? Yes, he is. Reese has gone in. I called it. Reese is going to go pit. He was going to pit. I think he's going to play it safe, come out. At the moment, looks like he is going to come out between TB and Owen. He will come out between TB and Owen. And when Luke comes out, goes and pits later on, he'll probably get a good gap. He'll probably get a... No, let me resume that. I think when Luke comes and pits, he'll probably be just ahead of Reese. They'll work together, and I think Reese and Luke are going to switch again right at the end. I think that's what's going to happen. So I'm gonna say it safely. Reese is going to be the winner in this main race. It just all falls on what TB is going to do later on. Speaking of which, speaking of fights, let's go further back in this field. And, oh, there goes Kieran. Kieran's done. That's going to be a safety car. That is the safety car that's the safety car that TB wanted. That's the safety car TB wanted. Now, unfortunately, oh no! Reese, no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Reese just spun under the safety car. He's got a drive-through. That is not good. That is not good. Oh my god. TB, gain that wing replace, gain that damage fix. So that is going to help. That's going to help Reese out. That's going to help him out. And unfortunately, with Reese getting that drive-through, that is going to cost him. Oh my goodness. And we were on board with Sam C with what happened to Kieran. He drifted up. I'm thinking he got a little too greedy on the power when he came out of 4, and the car just dookied on him. The car just dookied on Kieran, and he is out. So, super unfortunate for Kieran there. Now, he was racing with Sam for the 9th place position, and it is super unfortunate for Kieran's race to end like that. But that is that there. So, that is, yeah, so super unfortunate for Kieran there. He would have loved to have a few points on his belt, but fortunately, it's not his day today. So let's reset the grid for you for this race. We're currently halfway through this race right now, as it is Luke leading, Dep Knight is 2nd, Redfire in 3rd, Beatnik 4, Owen will be 5, Zakaria 6, Sam Steed 7, Reese 8, TB goes to 10. Wait, why is TB back in the pits? Did he just get another wing change? Did he break his wing again? Yes, he did. TB just broke his wing for the 2nd time. Yeah, TB just broke his wing for the 2nd time. Alright, so anyway, so Zakaria is 6, Sam 7, Reese, who has a drive-through, is currently 8th, Track 9, Cryptic 10, TB 11, Blue Goggin 12, Tadpole 13, Bourbon 14, and Darrison 15. This is interesting to say the least. And TB, what the heck is... Why is TB in again? Did he just break his wing again? Sure what the heck's going on here. Anyways, now TB's all the way down in 14th. And safety car is in. Safety car coming in. Let's see how Dep Knight responds to Luke. Now, Reese, unfortunately, is going to have to pit to serve that drive-through. Now, Reese's only hope is to have another safety car happen. That's what Reese's only hope has to be. So now this championship is it's gonna be wild. But anyways, back on the way for Brazil. Lap 20 of 36. 16 laps to go. Dep Knight in pursuit. And look at Owen. Oh, Beatnik goes flying wide. Owen slinging slingshotting past Beatnik to get into fourth, but maybe not. There goes Beatnik in it. And TV, by the way, just slingshotting his way back into the points. And Track trying to finagle his way with TB and Cryptic. Both Ferraris hounding the Williams. And now Cryptic and TV chasing Reese down. Reese in pursuit of Sam Steed. Reese is going to have that sort of drive-through. And whoa, someone goes off. That's Sicaria. Whoa, that was close. And oh, there goes Sicaria. Oh, good God, we have a massive wreck. And I think that's another safety car. And I think now is that gonna serve? And is that gonna serve? Yes, it is. So Reese's drive-through is gonna be done. Oh boy. Well, I guess the Reese's drive-through is going to be served now. Yes, it is. So Reese is going to be happy as Sicaria helped him easily serve his drive-through. Safety car is in now with the so here we go. So Luke still in the lead, and he's got Red Fire for company this time. Let's see how Red Fire responds. Off he goes. Off goes Luke. We're backing away. Lap 23, 13 laps to go in this Brazilian Grand Prix race. As we head down into turn number 1, Sam Steed. Whoa, that's close. TV slingshots past his teammate. Owen being passed by Beatnik. And Sam Steed lets his teammate through. Up into the places we go. Tadpole chasing down Bukagi. Oh boy, he's got Reese there. Ooh, this is tight. Very tight indeed. Slingshots a dive against Bugagi. Bugagi fighting his way. He's getting a tiny bit squirrely as they head into the next switchback. And Reese back into the points. TV up into 4th now. Owen up in the 4th. As they head down the way, lap 24 into the books. And we have the top 10 now. It is Luke, Redfire, Beatnik, TB, Owen, Cryptic, Tadpole, Sam, Bourbon, and Reese, making up the top 10. And the rest of the field, it is Blue Gagi, Depth Knight, and Darius, rounding out the field. And there goes Bourbon down the inside of Sam's Steed. Sam putting up a fight. Sam would like to have at least a point on him. He wants to prove that he is capable of staying in Tier 1 next season. As we head into the switchbacks. TB now in pursuit of Beatnik. Now TB, fresh medium tires. Beatnik on old hard tires. Beatnik's throwing in that ERS. Luke sets the fastest lap right now. Reese right now sitting at 1 point at the moment. DRS enabled. Looking at the back of TB. As Cryptic in pursuit of Owen. DRS active. TB not close enough to warn a shot, but Cryptic easily gets past Owen and up in the 5th. Owen looked at a shot down in there, going a little bit, whoa, close, very, very close. The contact between the two, but Cryptic stands his ground and he stays in 5th. Owen is in 6th, but Owen does have a 3-second penalty, so that's gonna drop him. I think it's gonna drop him out of the points by the looks of it. 5, 8, 5, about, yeah. About right now to 11th, he's about 2.7 seconds ahead of them. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, Reese just got past Bourbon in 8th, and TB clears Beatnik in the 3rd. Beatnik, look at the speed he's got on TB as they head into turn number 4. But TB not giving an inch. He gets back ahead, and stamps his foot down in place. TB back in the 3rd. Now has Redfire to chase. Let's see, Owen right now, 7.3. Yeah, so about 2.5 seconds ahead of the 11th place car. So Owen at the moment is looking to be knocked out of the points. As Tadpole is in a Red Bull Academy sandwich. Owen the AlphaTauri ahead. Reese and Bourbon, Red Bull and other AlphaTauri behind. I think Tadpole would love to get past Owen right now. Tadpole in the top 10 in points, by the way. And he's trying to slingshot by Reese, but wow, Reese just gets a twofer. Reese gets a twofer. 2 for 1, Reese up into 6. Blue Gagi into the penalty club. Here comes Tadpole down the outside. Into turn number 4. Can Reese get it back? Yes, he can. Reese maintains that 6th place position. Looks like Bourbon just put himself in 8th. Owen has to settle for 9th. There's Depth Knight making a shot down the inside against Owen. And by the way, Depth Knight on the soft tires. That's an interesting maneuver there. And Depth Knight gets up in the 9th. So that is the end of them. That's the end of that one. TV has caught Redfire for the 3rd place spot. it looks like Bulgogi has gone for the spin at the start of Sector 3. That's the end of Zakaria. So Zakaria, one of the retirements out. He's at the session. Owen again in the penalty box, and there goes TV with ease, passing Red Fire for second place. And with only 6 to go, anything is possible. Looks like we have another spin. Let's move Bulgogi around. Fire trying to stay in touch. Stand by. Anyway, so here we go. Let's go further back. Let's go on board. Let's go on board with Bourbon, who's chasing Tadpole down. Tadpole still chasing Reese down. Getting pretty close. Come on, go into the pits and retire. Don't compromise this. Oh my God, Lou! You just cost it. You just cost it. You idiot! This is a safety car. This is gonna screw things over. No, it's a VSC. Okay. So it looks like things are okay at this moment. Well, we have about 5 laps to go. Looks like Owen's going off to the pits to get a new set of sauce. Darius is doing the same. Yep, sauce for Owen. Darius also thinking sauce as well. I think they're gonna try to steal fastest lap, which is currently being held by Luke. So VSC should be coming in now. VSC should be ending very shortly. TV and Reese must make sure they don't do anything insane and compromise their positions. Oh, DRS enabled. We're back on the way. And Red Fire is back in DRS range against TV. Cryptic, by the way, in DRS range against Beatnik. We're gonna have a few DRS fights. Tadpole chasing down Reese still. Bourbon with him too, and there's Death Knight involved too. But under 5 to go. Under 5 laps to go, and here we go. Oh man, I thought Bulgogi would have compromised the TV's championship. By looks of it, TV is looking to have it locked down. Reese is currently in 6th, but anything can happen in these final few laps. Anything can happen. Let's move on. So, Tadpole still chasing Reese down. Reese trying to reel Cryptic in. He would love to have some more points in there. Sam Steed spun in the switchback. Well, he's got a comfortable gap to the 11th place car, so he should be okay for right now. Death Knight, let's go on board with him. He's putting on some speed to try to catch that AlphaTauri of Bourbon. But Bourbon with that DRS though, as they rocket down into the next corner, into the first couple corners. Death Knight trying to keep in tabs, trying to keep it in foot, but currently right now just can't seem to get close right now. Luke, by the way, fastest lap, 9.6. And wow, look at the children Owens. They just put in their fastest lap. They're 2/10 off of the leader, and look how far they're separated by. 3 milliseconds between those two in regards to their lap time. That's very identical and close between the Alfa Romeo and the AlphaTauri. Meanwhile, Reese is in DRS range against Cryptic. Cryptic trying to chase down Beatnik to get into fourth. So just have to wait and see for right now. As we are now at 3 laps to go. There goes Cryptic on the outside against Beatnik and gets himself into 4th place. But Beatnik, I think, played Cryptic for a fool because Beatnik has the DRS now into turn number 4. He may work for a shot down the inside maybe. No, can't seem to get close enough. Beatnik, that was I think if he was trying to fake him out and try to pass him into turn 4, that is a very good strat idea. But unfortunately he couldn't get it to fully execute. I mean, fair play to Beatnik. He would have had a good shot to go for an attack to pass Cryptic for the 4th place spot and retake it. And speaking of which, look at these 3 with Cryptic, Beatnik, and Reese. They're actually catching up to Red Fire. Could Red Fire's 3rd place be in jeopardy? Death Knight in the penalty club. He'll fall. He won't lose much because Sam Steed is 15 seconds behind as we enter 2 laps to go. Tadpole chasing Bourbon down. Now, Tadpole, by the way, was putting up a strong fight so far in this race. Trying to chase Reese down, was having issues with the AlphaTauris. He was putting on one valiant effort after another to try to be on par with the Red Bulls. But unfortunately, Tadpole, I mean, 8th place is still pretty decent for him. For a guy that's currently, I think, what is he, like, he's 9th in the standings? Yes, 9th in the standings. Now, he'll have to do some more work in order to get himself close for the... Actually, I mean, he could. Actually, no, he can't. Unfortunately, with his positioning right now, Tadpole is going to settle for 9th place in the World Drivers' Championship. Because even if he gets the win in fastest lap in Abu Dhabi, he won't be close. He won't get past Jacob for 8th right now. But we're entering the final lap of this race. Luke working his way down. He is looking for his 4th win of the season. And it'll be win number 42 in his F1 repertoire. And on his entire RPL career, I think if I saw it right, including F2, yeah, because in F2 he won both races in Brazil. Unofficially, Luke is looking at career win number 90 in RPL history. Anyways, as he heads into at the start of Sector 3 for the final time. Like I said, he won F2, the sprint and the main race in Brazil. He is going to win it in F1. In his RPL career, Luke is going to claim his 4th win in RPL and will claim win number 90 in his career. Luke wins in Brazil, and here he comes down the final straight, finishes at 2nd. TB will get 2nd, and he is the Season 8 F1 champion. Red Fire, valiant, strong effort for him to get a podium into 3rd place. Cryptic 4, Beatnik 5, Reese had to finish for 6. A drive-through screwed him over, but he put in a valiant effort in this race and for the entire season. Reese, we ought to give a good hands to you as well. You fought well, you fought hard, but there it is. So Reese, second, will be unofficially for second there, and with that position, Red Bull also claims the World Constructors Championship for the 4th season in a row. But Luke is your winner for tonight. And TB, second place, claims his first World Drivers Championship in RPL. Good effort for him. But also, hands down credit to Reese as well. He put in a valiant effort after that drive-through penalty. When he got that drive-through on the safety car, I was worried for him. I was like, oh, don't do this to him like that. But there it is. So there's the points all together. TB 26 to Reese's 14. 12-point advantage. And that is the end of it there. Now, unfortunately, Luke 1 point away from max points. But anyways, there's the sprint. There's the sprint as you see. TB, Luke, Reese is the top 3 there. And then for the main race itself, Luke is your winner, TB second, and the driver's champion in this event. Redfire third, Cryptic 4, Beatnik 5, Reese 6, Bourbon gets 7, Tadpole, decent good work for him, gets himself into 8th place. Dep Knight, race went mixed for him, but he got 9th place. And Sam Steeg collects a point, 10th place for him in the Haas. Wow. So both championships conclude for the season. Wow. Red Bull Constructors for the 4th straight season in a row. But Ferrari claims the Drivers' Championship for the first time in Season 1 with Darius as the champion. And another interesting fact, this is the first championship where the Drivers' Champion and the Constructors' Champion are 2 different teams. This is the first time that's ever happened in RPL F1 Tier 1. Oh, wow. What a event. There was high intensity. We've seen crashes. We've seen fights. We've seen drama. We've seen it all. But with the dust settled, let's give a huge props to Reese and to TB for giving us a championship that we will never forget for a long time. These two fought tooth and nail week after week, putting in fight after fight. They've had collisions, they've had fights, they've had points, they've had DNFs, they've had it all. And Reese did it got to where he was with 2 cars, Mercedes then Red Bull. TB stuck it out through Ferrari. Like I said, Reese was in Mercedes for like 6-7 races, then switched to Red Bull. TB, for the first 7-8 races, had to deal with a difficult teammate, in his words, but stuck it through and managed to clinch his first championship. Reese, huge props to him again. He gave one valiant effort. And even though he came close and he didn't get it done, I can safely say Reese winning a championship could happen. Will it be next season? We don't know. But I say without a shadow of a doubt, Reese has the capabilities of winning a World Drivers' Championship in RPL F1 Tier 1. That's my words for there. So, next week, we are going to be at the finale. All races, all tiers, F1 Tier 2, F1 Tier 1, F2 will be at Abu Dhabi to clear off the season. And then, now June 16th is when F1 23 comes out. Now, I do not know when we'll be having the F1 23 calendars coming out, but I would not be surprised that, let me just take a look at my calendar, to say the least. Let me take a look. Let's see. Let's see. I would not be surprised if our first round for the new seasons, F1 Tier 2 Season 9, F2 Season 17, and F1 Tier 1 Season 9 will be on the weekend of July 8th, 7th, and 8th, or it could be July 14th and 15th. More info will be coming out on then. Hopefully, maybe I can convince Cryptic, or maybe even talk to Reese. Maybe we can get our RPL Twitter, and maybe our RPL Instagram fire back up and active again. I'll have to talk to those guys, see if that's willing to be done. That would be nice to have it fired back up. But anyways, Abu Dhabi finale next week, and that will end our season and conclude F1 22 as a whole. So, from RPL Streams, it's Ty and Ironwolf saying good night. Have a great one.